follow me. It's like Yahweh Shah. He says, I come in my Father's name, but you don't follow me. But another person come in his name, you'll follow him. So they like Jesus and all that. That doesn't, I mean, that's like, you know, I've studied a little bit, and I'm like, man, why don't these people call him by his right name? It's like if I'm walking down the street, and my name is Chris, and you say, yo, Pookie, I keep walking, because that ain't my name. But no matter how you want to call me, if that's not my name, I'm not going to respond. You know his name in the scriptures, call him by his name.
Well, that goes into the scripture, you shall know them by their fruit.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, a lot of these camps call him Jesus. I'm like, no, that ain't his name, I'm confused. It's like, a lot of brothers and sisters want to come in the truth, and they like confused, man.
Yeah, a lot of these camps are confused, but you should know them by their fruit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's why
you know the name of the Lord.
A lot of them brothers and sisters are kind of like, no, I don't want to do these camps because it's like so much confusion out here, man. We just want the truth, you know?
2:6, read down the verse.
Just want the truth.
It's just good to just stay with one camp, man.
Well, see, the thing is, the Lord is creating all this because as we was going into, majority of our people are destined to be judged by the Heavenly Father. So a lot of them who waking up to the fact that they're Israelites not having the right doctrine is really just for them to be condemned. And it's really because of the stumbling block that the Lord has set amongst them, which is Yahweh Shai. Go ahead and bring that out. Now check this out.
This 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 8, and it reads, in a stone of stumbling.
Stone of stumbling, go ahead.
And a rock of offense.
Because the Sabbath is a stumbling block. Go ahead.
And a rock of offense.
And a rock of offense. And a lot of people get offended by some of these prophecies. Go ahead.
Even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed.
Right. Keep going.
By ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood.
That's going to be the elect. Go ahead.
And holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness.
Now, one of the ways you can discern the sincere prophets or the men of the Lord are those people who are out here like we're doing. There's nobody out here. You can tell we ain't out here for money. We ain't out here for fame, for glory. We doing this out of sincerity. Go ahead.
Into his marvelous light.
Right, into his marvelous light. Go ahead.
Which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of the Most High.
That's right. We came back into who we are. It's like you got Judah on your jacket. Go ahead. Knowing who you are. Go
which
ahead.
had not attained mercy, but now have obtained mercy.
Keep going.
Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain.
That's right. We're pilgrims here in Babylon. Go ahead.
Abstain from fleshly lust.
Go ahead.
Which war against the soul. Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers.
So the point I wanted was verse 8. Read that again.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 8.
Right. Coming to America. See? Pilgrims. We were pilgrims coming to America, man. Read that again in verse 8.
In a stone of stumbling, and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient.
So you have all these camps out here because they were created by the Lord to be a stumbling block into our people. The Lord he made this thing easy, but he made it where it ain't easy to get it. You know what I'm saying?
But all the stuff we've been through since coming in here, and now we're trying to get back in the truth and make it even more difficult.
Yeah, the Lord has made it even more
like
difficult.
That.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how that adulteress, if a woman steps out on you, she commits adultery. If you want to give her any kind of way back in, she's gonna have to. She's really gonna have to beg for it.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing.
Like Israel and Hosea.
And we just brought out in Jeremiah 6 how the Lord is using us as a test of the people's integrity. Because here it is, the Lord has made this thing so easy and so in your face, but so many people just can't see it. Many people walk past us, it's like we ain't even standing here. They don't hear nothing, they don't see nothing, you know? And then how much more for those that know that they Israelites, but they still stumbling over the Sabbath, stumbling over the mark of the beast, stumbling over the names.
That's the Lord doing that.
The Lord doing that, man. The Lord doing that.
A lot of people
That's
don't.
what's scary. Go ahead.
A lot of people don't understand just how powerful the Lord is. The Lord, He does everything. He's made everything. Anything, any smallest thing that you see on the ground to the biggest thing that you see out here, He made that. So, see, the Lord does all these things.
16.
You know, how can a man know his own way?
Yeah. Now check this out. Job 12 and 16. This is why the fear of the Lord is so important, because the Lord controls your mind. He controls the key to unlocking your mind to understanding things, man. Because here it is, he got a lot of our people walking around here knowing that they tribe of Judah about to get destroyed, about to eat a missile, man.
Right.
A lot of our people, man. Go ahead and bring that out.
This is Job 12 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
With him is strength and wisdom.
Strength and wisdom, go ahead.
The seed and the deceiver are his. He leadeth counselors away, spoil, and maketh the judges fools. He looseth the bonds of kings.
That's the point.
Kind.
Yeah, with him and strength and wisdom, the deceived and the deceiver are his. That's plain. Get 2 Corinthians 4th chapter, or it might be, 4th chapter. And get Sirach 39 and 24. Or we put in something else?
I was gonna pull up the scripture, cover their ears and eyes.
Okay, get that.
Because like when I came into the truth, it's like I'm listening to, I study the scriptures night and day, just like Joshua 1:8 says, meditate day and night on the scriptures. And then you try to get some more edification, and it's like there's so much confusion, man. It's like, well, this camp is saying this camp is saying this, this camp is saying this, this camp is saying this. Nobody's on one accord.
It ain't supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be.
We're not supposed, as a people, we're not supposed to be on one accord.
No, sir. Get 2 Corinthians 4, and you go ahead and bring out
Israel's
what
not
you
supposed
got.
to be on one accord.
No, sir.
This is Matthew. All Israel's not gonna be on
What
one
you got,
accord.
Matthew 13?
Matthew 13.
Bring it out.
9.
Go ahead.
Matthew 13 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Who had the ears to hear?
Let him hear. Go ahead.
The disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Now, what was going on right here? Do you know?
Well, Yahushua was speaking to the disciples in parables,
Right.
and somebody else didn't understand. He's like, well, why you speaking? Because it's not for everybody to know.
It was the disciples were there, but you also had a multitude of other listeners there as well. Go
The
ahead.
disciples understood, but the parables, but the people didn't understand.
Right.
But going on, he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away even that he have. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
Go ahead and bring that out. Is that it?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost,
That's right. Go ahead.
in whom the Most High, Salaki, in whom the power of this world hath blinded the minds of them
Uh-huh.
which believe not,
Who's the power of this world?
See?
Good. Go ahead.
lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
So Yahweh don't even want. I know 2/3 of Israel is going to be done according to Zechariah 13:8, but he just want a few. He don't even want. Even though there's millions of us, he's like, it's just like and with Noah, out of the billions of people that was on the earth at that time, only 8 people got saved. And I'm beginning to understand it. It's like, all of us have not even amongst the
2 Corinthians 9 and 20.
people who profess this. It's still, he's gonna sift. It's gonna be it's like a sifter. And then just different levels of it. It's like it's crazy.
If I may say real quick, he's going to say 1/3, man, and Israel's like the sand of the sea, man. So it's millions and millions of Israelites. Even 1/3, that's still a lot of Israelites, though. It's not just going to be the 144,000. It's going to be 1/3. You're going to have men, women, and children. It's still going to be millions of people that be saved, man, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's still a lot. But majority of Israel is going to be burnt, man.
This is a very serious time.
No, right.
It's not games. It's not a.
Right. I know that, and I researched it. But looking at like the 144,000. Of course, you got Yahweh Shai, King David. The 144,000. That's the government, and then Israel. That's going to be just the nation, right?
Yeah.
In the order of government. Am I?
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
and then there's going to be the rest of the heathen world that's left after the
Yeah.
carnage.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bring that out.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse
You
9.
mentioned about being sifted. Go ahead.
For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
Because Israel was scattered away
Right.
amongst all nations. Go ahead.
Like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
You got that second of this? Okay. Go ahead.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
So that's why a lot of our people gonna die. You know these sinners, man.
Yeah.
These niggas is wicked as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring it out.
Yeah.
They evil, bro. They
Which
plotting
si-
on you. They plotting on me. They plotting on.
Yeah.
Just the fact you going out here looking like that, they don't like
man,
you,
I
bro.
can't.
They hate you.
And look, I'm a doc. I'm a trauma doctor,
You feel me? Go ahead.
and I can't even.
That's
Crazy. It's crazy.
All right, go ahead. 9 and 21.
This second Ezra's
Oh,
chapter.
I'm sorry. You had more on there,
Yes.
right? Go
Okay.
ahead.
Which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Which is pride. 2/3 of our people, they're prideful.
Right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is second Ezra's chapter 9, verse 21.
Go ahead.
And I saw and spared it great, and have kept me a grape of the cluster,
A grape of the cluster. All right, go ahead.
and a plant of a great people.
A plant of a great people. That's us. Go ahead.
Let the multitude
Listen,
perish then,
Let the multitude perish. The majority of them. They're gonna die. Go ahead.
which was born in vain.
Which was born in vain. That's it.
It's like Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 54 to 56. You know, it's of Adam come we all, even the chosen. Yeah, but you know, the majority of the people, he don't give a
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
You know, they're like a drop that falling from the bucket. You
Yeah.
know, and it is what it is.
Yep. That's really going into these other nations, man, because the Lord really saying he don't care about it, but he care about
Like,
Israel.
like people laugh at me, man. I'm at work. I'm reading scriptures and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
laugh.
why you all, and this is always our people. It's not the heathen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and it's like you in this world all by yourself. You know, it's like I feel like I'm on another planet.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't even feel like a human being because it's like everybody looks at you and like, you move different, you eat different, you act different, and it's like they shun you. It's like nobody wants to talk to you. I don't know. That's the way it is with me.
That goes back to the scripture that we read earlier, you know, be ye separate.
Oh yeah,
The Lord is separating
Yeah,
us
be
from the
holy.
world, man.
Yes.
You know?
That's what holy means.
Yes.
Holy means separate.
It's like the Holy Bible, just separate books for our people.
Yep.
Now bring this out, and I'm bringing this out because this is where your mind should be, man. Because this place is about to go to
Oh,
hell
yeah,
and
yes,
back. You
yes.
know, bring it out.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
That's right. So you need to be working out your salvation.
Which is
You know
what
what I'm
I'm doing,
saying?
which is what I'm
Studying,
doing, yeah.
preparing, repenting. You know, are you familiar with the prophecy? You know what the mark of the beast is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Mark of the beast it could be several things, but listen to me for a minute. It could be when it talks about the mark of the beast being in your forehead and in your right hand. A lot of people say it's the chip, which is one aspect of it. Another aspect is not adhering to the law, statutes, and commandments, especially the Shabbat. You know, and the laws. So the Most High's laws are not in your mind or your heart or your thoughts. So it's like people going to church on Sunday. That's a form of the mark. Just like what they're going to start instituting is that chip, a chip as well. It may not be what we think it is. It may be like a barcode, but it's that same chip thing. So that's a mark too. So I look at it just not one fold, but many fold. Because it's your thoughts and your practices, your actual practices that determine what a mark is.
Get that in Revelation.
Yeah, let's go into it.
Yeah.
Because the Lord is making this thing so simple. Get Sirach 39 and 24 and Daniel 12 and 4. You got Revelation 13? Yeah, we're finna go into it.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Now wait a minute, who is he?
Talking about Satan.
No, not necessarily.
Well, but basically, the people who control this, the globalists, the so-called people who are under Satan's control,
Right,
you know,
but
like the
who?
Bill Gates and all these people that control the central banks and all that.
The big banking family.
Yeah,
What nation are they?
Edomites.
Okay, bam. Go ahead.
And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Now,
free-
now, can the Edomites cause you to not have? Because you said one of the forms of the mark of the beast was not having the name in your head, in your forehead.
No, not worshiping the Most High's commandments, holy days, and all those. Like.
So can
not-
the Edomites do that? Can they cause you to do that?
Oh yeah, they can say, look, you gonna worship on this day, not on this day. They can cause that. to happen.
So can an Edomite make you keep the Sabbath next week on Tuesday instead of Saturday? Can he do that?
Once they institute their martial law or whatever, they can, just like back in the day when they, during the time of the Greeks, when they forced us to do bitter constraints to come, we didn't have no power. We had to go in line, and whoever didn't do so would be killed. They can do that.
Now let me say this, just to end that. When you say that's one form of the mark of the beast, it can't be that because we're not justified by the law anymore. So it don't even matter if you can't keep the Sabbath or none of that. We just rehearsing it. We can't keep it.
Right. We're not in our own land. Right.
Exactly. So
Right.
that ain't it. So go ahead. Go ahead. I'll keep reading.
to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yep.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
So in their right hand or in their forehead, there's something that's inserted into the right hand or in the forehead, correct?
I mean,
The word mark.
I don't think physically something, but maybe I'm talking about something spiritually.
What do you think the scriptures mean by that?
I think the scriptures are talking about your acceptance of this world's ideals versus the acceptance of Most High's law, statutes, and commandments and ideals.
I already know where you're going. Bring it up.
But I know you're talking about a microchip and all that stuff,
Go
which
to-
is already
to
happening.
the-
Yeah, I understand. I think it's multifaceted.
Do that at 13. And go ahead and pull up that word.
So we go into the
'Cause that's,
as being diligent seekers of this truth and being disciples of the Lord, we brought out going into the Hebrew of these words.
Okay.
So it says here, it reads, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And the Hebrew word for mark is karagma,
Greek word.
the Greek word
And the brother's about to pull that up.
is karagma. The root of that word karagma or charagma
Oh, you already got it in?
is karax,
Okay. Which means?
which means to sharpen to a point.
Mm-hmm.
And so that point is going to be the instrument that's going to be inserted into your right hand, used to push that mark into you.
They already got that though.
Of course.
But it's not in you though. It's not.
got it.
He hasn't introduced it to you. Go ahead and bring it out, bro.
This is the Hebrew, what the brother said, karagma. All right, it says a stamp or imprinted mark
Mm-hmm.
of the mark stamped on forehead or right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist.
Right.
The mark branded upon horses,
Mm.
theme carved, sculpture, graven work.
That's right.
All right.
And when you really go into it, it's a thing inserted. That's basically what it.
So when is that supposed to be happening?
It's
about to
happening now.
happen
This is
now.
going on in Europe right now. This is a common thing in Europe right now. The common Swede citizen has this in their forehead, right in their hand right now.
I have to research that.
I have the word closely related to karagma is karax.
Yep, that's the
All
root
right.
word. Go ahead.
Yeah, which is the Greek word, like the brother said. It goes into a pail or
Pail.
stake.
You know what a pail is?
Yeah, it's a stake, basically something to impale
A
somebody.
sharp instrument. Go ahead.
Yeah. A palisade or
Basically,
a
it's-
rampart.
Yeah, it's like a stake you put in the ground
Yep, and they're using these tools to break the skin open to insert this.
I've seen them. I've seen them.
Okay, go ahead.
That was it.
That's it.
Yeah.
In fact, some of the companies like Microsoft and
Now,
and so got some of those.
And so the end all be all is that they want to enslave you.
But
yeah,
They want you to be their permanent slave. They want to track you. They don't want anything. They don't want it. It's not a phone where you can just toss it in a trash can or whatever. They want it in you.
I totally agree. Just like the vaccine. The vaccine, it has this enzyme called luciferase. When they shine that light on you, they can tell if you have that vaccine or not. That's the same thing. It's like a form of that.
Like that, what he was talking about. The Lucifer.
Right. It has it's a light. It's an enzyme that when they shine a certain light on you, they can tell if you had the vaccine or not. I'm like, damn, that sounds like the mark.
this is the mark of the beast. It's going to be the technology going in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I'm
That's
not
it. It
taking
ain't no more,
vaccine.
no less.
Yeah.
It's that. You feel me?
I would quit. Before they tell me, when they say, hey, you Dr. Simmons, you got to take this vaccine. I'm like, that's my last day.
Vaccine, the test, don't do none of that shit.
No.
man. The chip is coming. That's next. They already getting you conditioned. Right now, digital currency is getting a whole lot of attention.
Absolutely.
Damn near everybody on my timeline is familiar with Dogecoin and Bitcoin.
Bitcoin,
You know what I'm
Litecoin,
saying?
Ethereum, yes.
And what's happening next is the economy is gonna crash. Let's continue. Let's continue with the lesson. Go ahead, bring that out, and let's go to
Well,
it.
you're right. First, I
I
can't
had
use
another-
cash.
I had
This is the
another
book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 17.
Brother, we're gonna go ahead and continue flowing. You know what I'm saying? So if you will, just listen, man. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. Because once everything goes digital, that's it. It ain't gonna be no more buying and selling off the grid. Everything is gonna be on what's called blockchain technology. That's gonna be the technology that the mark of the beast system is gonna be powered under.
Right.
That's what Dogecoin and all these other cryptos, that's what they're on. All right, China has a digital yuan. All right, Russia, it has a digital ruble. Everything is going, this is where we're going. It could be here this year, next year, but very soon though. What you got out?
This is Leviticus 19 and 28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. All right, and when you go into cuttings, when you go into
I had to repent for that because I got some little tattoos and shit. You know, I had to.
yeah, I got tattoos too,
You know,
man. But when you go into cuttings, all right, it goes into incision.
Right.
You know, so it's the same as getting that chip, man. You know, because that's what Esau's leading it to, getting that incision, that mark.
That vaccine is like an incision too. You take
Yeah.
something and you putting it in your right arm.
Yep. See, but people don't know that. Our people don't know that they lost, man. They they fools. They despise knowledge, man. They lack wisdom and knowledge. That's why the Lord calls them sottish children. So they act dumb, man. You know.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 47 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
And there was no bread in all the land,
Famine, go ahead.
for the famine was very sore,
Yep, the Lord about to bring famine on Egypt right now. Go ahead.
so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine.
Right.
And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house.
What else?
And when money failed in the land of Egypt,
And that's what's about to happen now. The money is about to fail. All this money that Biden is pushing out. I hear another round of stimulus checks is coming.
Yeah,
I heard that shit on the news this morning.
A lot of
Another
places don't even
round.
step cash.
Okay.
I come in places they don't count step cash.
Keep going out.
It's gonna be like Germany.
Yeah, they finna crash
They
this shit, man.
inflating it. They pumping that dollar up. It's gonna be nothing.
And like Dabu 7 be saying, which I think it might happen this way, you know, they gonna tell you, hey, you got 30 days or whatever amount to turn all your cash into digital assets or digital money, or it's gonna be worthless. I can see something like that coming. But read that again.
Genesis chapter 47 and verse 15. And
Yep.
when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, For why should we die in thy presence? Salakia. For why should we die in thy presence?
And that's the point on that. When the money failed in the land
For the
of
money
Egypt.
faileth.
Yep, the money failed. So the money was no longer any good, right? And we know that which is then is now, right?
Right.
So when you go to 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, all right, which we're about to read that, go ahead and start at verse 10.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt,
Right, we're back in Egypt. Go ahead.
but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues.
With plagues,
As before.
One of those plagues was the famine. So we know that the famine is coming. What they saying now? It's a chicken shortage?
Yeah, chicken shortage.
Locusts in Saudi Arabia, Las Vegas,
No.
everything.
Chicken shortages. We know that the money is about to go. Inflation is coming. They were talking about gas shortages.
Another thing is that a lot of these truckers they went on strike. A lot of truckers are losing their jobs, and these farmers they can't get out the product. So guess what? They're throwing it away.
Yeah.
Such as milk, killing the cattle. You know, they're killing a lot of cattle, man. All right.
Yeah, get Ezekiel 13 and 14, Baba Shah. Go ahead and read that again.
Done. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer
Yeah,
them
because a
now.
lot of our people are willingly going to get these jabs.
Yeah, that's right.
Esau ain't even made this shit mandatory yet. God damn, like at least put up a little fight.
And they're using Eve to.
These niggas going to get the jabs. Shit, everybody I know got the jab. God damn.
They using Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use a lot of Eve in it.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Time. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the lands thereof.
Go ahead. That's it. Bring it out.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14 and verse 13 from the top,
Go ahead.
or 12.
He said he gonna smite Egypt with plagues as before. Go ahead.
The word of the Most High.
See, brother, this is what it's all about, these prophecies, man. The hell with talking about how we don't know how we gonna get to say, we don't know if we gonna make it anyway.
That's right.
That's why we preparing right now in the spirit, man. Come on, this is what's coming.
Ezekiel 14 and 12.
Go ahead.
The word of the Lord, Yahweh, came again to me, saying,
What'd he say?
Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand upon it, and will break the staff of the bread thereof.
Woo! Break the support. All right, break the staff. The staff represents your support. All right, and right now we have all this support because we got all these grocery stores every goddamn where you go. It's a grocery store. It's fast food everywhere you go. The Lord is gonna interrupt this shit, man. Read that again, Ak.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 14 and 13.
Go ahead.
Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously,
And that's happening. This place is full of offenses because that's what a trespass is. It's an offense. Go ahead.
then will I stretch out mine hand upon it,
Yep, just like he did with Moses. Stretch forth your hand and plague that bitch. Go ahead.
and will break the staff of the bread thereof,
Uh-huh.
and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beasts from it.
Hey, and that's gonna get a lot of people attention in that day, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people gonna want to hear the word of the Lord in that day. Go ahead.
Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord, the Most High, Yahweh.
Go ahead, bring that out because we was holding this earlier. Go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 4.
Yep.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the word and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Yeah, the knowledge is increased right now. The internet, you have the whole, anything is at your fingertips right now, right? But people are not seeking knowledge because they're fools. It tells you how fools despise knowledge. They hate reproof. They hate wisdom, right? So they're not trying to get the understanding right now. But guess what? When the Lord got their ass, got their fucking ribs touching their back, then they gonna want to get some understanding, right?
It ain't gonna be there, man.
It ain't gonna be there. Famine of the word, man.
of the word, yeah.
Famine of the bread, famine of the water.
Well, brothers, thank you for the edification.
Hey, man, it's all good, bro.
All praise to the
Hey,
Most
shalom.
High.
Allah Yahweh Shalom. Shalom, brother. Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Brothers, got anything? What you looking for?
Blessed are those whose eyes
Matthew 13.
Matthew 13.
Matthew 13, I think, verse 16. What y'all think about that, Jake? He had one of those hasty, rash mouths. He was hasty to speak, man. He always had to.
He gotta get away from the mother darkness, man.
Did you see he walk around letting the world know he is Israelite? Judah on the shirt.
I ain't gonna lie, I like it though, but I wouldn't wear it out like that though.
Yeah.
You know.
Matthew 13 and should be 16.
Yeah.
What you looking for?
Right.
Go ahead, bring it out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 16.
Yep.
But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. So, you know, a lot of our people just, or a lot of Jake, they're searching. And hey, we don't know if the Lord, you know, works a miracle with that man and turns him at me. Really, we have no idea. So we do the best we can with our people, as long as they come up in a humble spirit and are not too rash. You know, we work with them because that's what Yahweh Shai would do.
Nah, I was saying Salaki, if I may say, he seems sincere about it.
He's
You know,
sincere,
'cause
but he ain't got it though.
No, he ain't got it, but you know, he came last time, you know, and then, you know, he was stumbling at the 12 tribes last time.
He was saying that the Hispanics were Israelites.
Yeah.
Last time we said.
Last time,
that,
yeah.
that all the tribes were blacks.
And that's what happens with these Jakes that have very lofty positions in the world. They're tethered to these goods and this money and the things of Babylon, of Egypt.
Yeah.
You know? And so that keeps them from seeing the spiritual things that are brought about in the scriptures, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. And ultimately, that's the Lord blinding them.
Yeah. Because it's scary to be that close to the truth, man. He
Right,
close.
yeah, right.
But he it's like he got a few more, you know, rocks in front of him that he tripping over, man. But he close though, man. He got the names and
But you can tell he
You
just,
know-
Select.
Go ahead, huh?
You can tell he's just a real studied, well-studied type of guy. He said he was a doctor. You know, you could tell that he could pick up stuff and memorize stuff real well.
Yeah.
And that's like the brother said, that's a scary thing when you think you got it and you think you know, he seems like a trendy type of person. You know, this is trending.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and see. You know, I'm gonna try to stay on the trending beat.
Right.
And so this ain't no trend, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, people gonna die, and like, this isn't a comic book. This isn't a choose your own adventure. You know, oh, this is what I'm gonna go study by myself. Oh, this sounds good. This is very nice. No. The Lord put his prophets out here to and they've been out here for 30, 40, 50 years preaching this word and pushing this word into the earth with diligency, man. You know, sacrificing their lives, man. They're literally out here on the corners, on the highways and hedges, from the apostles of Great Millstone on down, pushing the truth in this earth, regurgitate over and over and over and over and over again. That's love, man, for the Most High, first and foremost, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and his elect, trying to seal the elect, being used as an instrument of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's a humbling thing, man.
Well, if I may say, you know, the Most High, you know, he repeats things over and over again, man.
Yeah.
You know, you have maybe 2 or 3 different books that say the same thing,
Right.
you know, or he just might say it over and over again, you know.
That's how you know you better pay attention to that. Whatever that thing that's being mentioned in the scriptures,
Hey, that's crazy how he came back and ran into us twice, man.
Yeah.
And hey, we might see that brother. I don't know, but he got the spirit of a worldly Israelite, or like that IUIC type thing.
That's why I was thinking with the jacket, because he had the
Jacket.
spikes piping
You
out
know
of
what I'm
it,
saying?
studs and
studs and
like
And
shining
the
and
bell
stuff.
bottom pants
Yeah,
on
man.
and shit.
he had the fringes at the bottom of the hey, man.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
had a feminine spirit.
But go ahead, bring that out.
Kind, I have Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 1.
Go
My
ahead.
son, if thou wilt receive my word and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, and apply thy heart to understanding. Yeah, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice and for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasure, then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahweh, and find the knowledge of the Most High.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
And see that's the thing. Like he's reading it like a comic book, and like like these things aren't going to come to pass. He doesn't really have fear. He doesn't really understand the power, the magnitude of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. How the Lord, He controls all of this, man.
Because if he understood this thing, he'd be walking around with a sense of urgency,
right?
A little bit, he would have a greater understanding of what this is about, and he would have came here listening more than speaking. That man was saying something out there, something to say.
Right.
He don't understand the magnitude of this thing, and that's why I was speaking about how the elect are going to be drawn to the word. The Lord going to put the Spirit on them to discern the true gospel. Jump up to verse 11. And I'm going to give it back to you.
This is Proverbs chapter 2, verse 11.
Yep.
Discretion shall preserve thee. Understanding shall keep thee.
See that? And that's what he's lacking, discretion and understanding. And the path he's going is the path of knowing that you're an Israelite just to get condemned and perish. Go ahead.
And see, you can tell that he knows it in his spirit that this is the right thing. It's the right thing to do. But again, he's so tethered to this world that he's blinded. He's blinded by the shiny things of this world, and he can't see the spiritual thing. And that's a very common thing in Israel. It's a very common thing for Jake. You shine it, there ain't gonna anything shiny in his face, and he loses all his concentration and focus. But yet, the spirit still lives on inside him, and so he's gonna feel that one way or the other, and the Lord is really gonna make our people, or Jake, feel it in these times to come.
I got
Judgment.
John 17 and verse 16. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctified myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth.
Yeah, because get Matthew 15th chapter, I believe, or no, Matthew 10 and 16. Because see, if the ones that the Lord sent forth in the world, because think about it, we ain't interested in going out here letting people know that we Israelites.
Right,
We don't want you to know a damn thing.
Right.
And as far as we concerned, you could think we just some dumbass niggas, you know what I'm saying, who got a mixtape about to drop. We don't give a shit, man. We out here moving in discretion, moving in wisdom, right?
Right.
So it ain't, no, man, that walking around here with the fringes on, man, that shit for the birds,
That's
man.
what I was saying. Yeah, man, I wouldn't have walked out with the jacket on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Saying Judah and then Israel, and I'm an Israelite.
That's a pride thing.
This is
Yeah,
spirit.
man.
This is a spiritual work.
Yeah.
It's not of the flesh. That's carnal shit, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beginning type stuff when you first come into the truth or you're introduced. And you, oh man, I need to. It feels that he may be on his, Lord willing, that man gets turned to the right direction. But if it's up for him to be destroyed, then it is what it is.
Go ahead and bring that out.
This is Matthew 10. What verse was that again?
Verse 16,
Yeah.
16.
In verse 16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves.
Yeah, and as it's always been mentioned, it's not wise to go out here and let the world know that you know who you are. You want to kind of blend in sometimes. You don't want to kind of make yourself stand out, make yourself a target, because we already making ourselves a target by being in the faith. Hanging out with all these niggas. Why you don't want to eat this pork with us, bro? Oh no, I'm fasting right now. You got to be wise amongst these people, man. All right, go ahead. What you got?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 6. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world, that come in not to naught, but we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
Right.
Man. So, hey, man, the princes of this world, you know, they sanctify the things of this world, man. They think that they're perfect in their mind, man. But here we're speaking this wisdom and letting them know, man, you know, you're Israelites, man. You should keep this, you know, all right? You should keep this. You shouldn't be walking around with things like that on, man. Letting everybody know that you're an Israelite. That's all fine and good, man. You know, yeah, well, of course we're happy that we know that we're Israel, all right? But we're not going to go and show everybody that we're Israelites, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, Esau look at that, you know, oh, I'm going to get that Jake.
Right.
All right? These other Israelites, they're looking at, oh, we're going to get that Jake. We're
Right.
going to get him, man. All right?
Hebrew Israelites are not not wanted here, man. We're not respected. We all got beards and we're manly. You know, man, people don't want that. They want you to be a nigga. They want you to sag your pants, line your beard up. All right, put the woman on the goddamn pedestal even though she ain't worth it.
Be effeminate.
Be effeminate,
Yeah.
right? Want you in your tighty whities with your little skinny jeans on, but no, man. The Lord ain't called his sheep to be that way. He called his sheep to be sheep and be wise as serpents. Go ahead and bring that out.
It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 4.
Start at the top.
For as much then as Mashiach has suffered for us in the flesh,
Yeah.
arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
The same mind. That's all right. Go ahead.
For he that hath suffered in the flesh,
Because when you look at Yahweh's accounts, he would use wisdom against those scribes and Pharisees. You know, they would ask him questions, and then he would already discern where they were going, and he would use wisdom to trip them up. You know, so arm yourselves with the same mind. Go ahead.
for he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men,
Right.
but to the will of the Most High.
To the will of the Most High. Go ahead. Which, if you're a man in this faith anyway, you should come to the prophesy. But you shouldn't just want to have this Bible and have this truth and just be walking around fringed up with Judah tatted on your jean jacket. No. You should want to be out here doing what we doing, teaching the flock. Mourning Israel. You know? The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Go ahead.
Verse 3, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust,
Yep.
excess of wine,
Yep.
revelings,
Yep.
banquetings,
Yep.
and abominable idolatries,
Yes, sir.
wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot.
Right, because now you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite, now you don't want to hang out with them no more. They think it's strange, like, damn, what's up with you, bro? Well, you into this Hebrew Israelite, this cult? Well, what's up with you, bro? That ain't what the Bible about, bro. Jesus died for everybody, bro. Read that again.
1 Peter 4:4.
Yep.
Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
That's right. And when you come into this faith, Isaiah 59:15, you make yourself a prey. People ain't gonna have the best things to say about you no more unless the Lord put the spirit on them to say it, right? But you making yourself an enemy because you're not running in the same manner of wickedness as your friends, your family, all the people you grew up and you loved at one point in time. Now they speaking evil of you. Now when Jacob's trouble hit and Esau Edom got all our faces on the media, they ready to turn your ass in.
Right. And he spoke of how people kind of shun him, and he may think that that's some kind of sacrifice, but that's a sacrifice of the fool, man.
Yeah. Because
you're not putting it to good use. You're not putting that sacrifice to good use.
Right.
You should be coming out here pushing this word within this whole world.
And a guy like that, he ain't got no interest in teaching.
Right.
A guy like him, I perceive, he just wants the information to sound deep, to sound, you know, because JB having that deep demon on him.
Right.
You know?
He was flexing for the camera, man.
Right.
How much I know.
Right.
I was just about to say, couldn't wait to show us how much of the scriptures he knows.
Right.
Wouldn't even let you finish reading it.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
Verse 5, who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead.
Hey, that's it. That's the point,
That's it.
man. Anything on you? You got anything else?
Let's see.
You got anything else?
Okay.
Yeah, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 13. For my people have committed two evils.
And what's that?
They have forsaken me,
Uh-huh.
the fountain of living waters,
Yup. And what else?
and hewed them out cisterns.
Broken cisterns
Yeah, cisterns.
Uh-huh.
All right, broken cisterns that
Yeah.
can hold no water.
that can hold no water.
Is Israel a servant?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Is he?
Why is he spoiled?
Why is he spoiled? Here it is, Babylon the Great done straight destroyed you. You come into the fact that you're an Israelite just to still be spoiled.
Yeah.
Still be basically an American Israelite. You know, you basically don't have a spirit of hastening to get out of here. You just kind of like letting people know that you know who you are now. Which is great that you know that, but hey, bro, you're supposed to come into this thing to seek the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Lord, come get us. The hell with this shit, man.
That's faith.
You know?
You got it. He doesn't really believe.
Right.
He's reading, but he don't really believe.
Right.
You know, because this right here, what we're doing here, shows belief. What the scripture says, I will show my works by my faith. I will show my faith by my works. What, I forgot what
There's
scripture.
another one that says that I believe, therefore have I spoken.
Right.
See, we out here confessing, man. This is how we show the world, and we are the witnesses of Yahushua. We are here confessing it, you know. And everyone around you, all these people here, you all are being condemned, man. You want to ride past us, roll your windows up? That's fine. That is fine. Roll your windows up, but that's not gonna deliver you. That's not gonna make. Okay, so I didn't hear it. I rolled my window up, so I didn't know. You knew. You knew. And the Lord is going to destroy every last one of you haters that come against the cross of Yahushua, man.
Right.
right.
You are all enemies of Yahushua,
Right.
and everything you're doing is going to come back to bite you in the ass, man.
That nigga rolled up the window quick.
Rolled up the window, then you had the nigga woman with some guy. They was here looking and rolled up the window.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, man, because the Lord has us out here to be a testament against you. What you got, Doc?
Fine, this was going what he was saying. This is James chapter 2, verse 14.
Yep.
What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he has faith and have not works, can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, and notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doeth it profit?
Read that from the top again. I want to make a point real quick.
Time. James 2 and 14. What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he has faith and have not works?
And I was looking on Instagram today. Here it is. You got the nigga woman, Mayor Keisha Bottoms. She said it's a part of my faith that I believe everything has its season, right? And you have a lot of our people that say, oh, their faith. But like that scripture just said, what about your works?
Yeah.
Because the works of our people show that they don't have the faith. Like I said, these niggas rolling up the jabs and it ain't even, you know, you can still go in the grocery store. Niggas willingly putting the mask on, willingly rolling their sleeves up, man. Where your faith at? You had the guy, Geno Jennings, right? Talking about he gonna get the stabbing jab because he gotta go around the world and preach the gospel.
Right.
Where your faith at, man? Here it is. Men like us, we woke up from men preaching the gospel on the internet.
Right. That's right.
Right. And our people speak on, she said, my faith, something about the season.
Right.
These people, these Israelites out here, these Jake out here, they know that we're in that, they feel it in their spirit that we're in that season. We are in that season. But, you know, the scriptures say, speak on walking, it's kind of like walking out on faith. You know, stepping out on that water and walking out on that's what we do here, man. This is our sacrifice. We're walking out on faith. We're in those times. It's time to walk out on faith and not be. The world is making that shift. It's making that shift from carnal things to spiritual things. Carnal to the spiritual things. And if you ain't riding that wave of spirituality, you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be destroyed along with all these carnal-minded beings in Babylon, which is America.
All right. Go ahead and finish on. Did you have something?
All right. This is James 2 and jumping down to verse 18.
Go ahead.
Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Shew me thy faith without thy works, and I will shew thee my faith by my works.
Get 2 Corinthians 9
All right.
Yeah, say that again. I will show you what.
Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Shew me thy faith without thy works, and I will shew thee my faith by my works.
That's right. Speak on it.
All right, man. So, hey, the reason the whole purpose of us being out here is, man, we're showing faith.